Hello students, this is Dr. Petroda, and this video we are going to again get back to data conversion, but this time with respect to boxing and unboxing. So this is another concept that we need to learn. For that, let us start with something that we already know. So to begin understanding, for boxing and unboxing, we are going to get back into first the basic concept of data conversion, casting, and then from there we will come here. So what we learned in a previous class or in your previous videos, in case you have not done, please first refer to the casting video followed by the data conversion, and then you should come here. So what we learned in data conversion casting, first we learned how to convert a predefined primitive data type into another primitive data type. So we learned to convert one primitive type to another primitive type, where we learned two types of conversion. Okay, the casting, that is, one moment, yeah, that is to implicit cast and explicit cast. So for that we learned how to understand the concept of precision. Precision is degree of exactness. Your decimal has a higher degree of exactness compared to the integer part of it. Okay, so if you look at your data type, then your highest precision data type is double, followed by float, then long, int, short and byte. Okay, and within them you can put a character in between over here. Character is actually a different type of data. Okay, it's not anywhere in integer, so it's a different type of data, but we've learned this in our casting. How do we convert one value which is defined as one data type to be converted into another data type? So from a lower precision to higher precision, when we convert, it is called implicit cast. Any data which is predefined as higher precision and you try to convert into lower is known as your explicit cast. We also saw only data on which the casting doesn't work is a boolean type. Then we came to across a wrapper classes, where we understood a wrapper class is a class that will convert any value that is coming in from the user, which predominantly your Java takes value as a string. Okay, and then you need to convert it into its relative or relevant data type. So wrapper classes will help you to convert any value that is coming from the user using your input method. The old method, data input stream and input stream reader, used to accept always a value as a string. Scanner has an inbuilt conversion, so you don't have to do it, but the other two did not have it. So as soon as the data would come, we had to convert the data into its primitive type using these wrapper classes. So here what we learned is conversion from string to primitive and vice versa. Previously casting was primitive to primitive, then we learned string to primitive, where we had .toString to convert a given value, primitive value, into string using .toString function. So assuming that there was an integer of 10, alright, x which stores 10, and if I want to convert it into a string, then I would say integer .toString. Integer is a wrapper class which will help us to convert into string this. So automatically the 10 will be stored like this in S, and I can apply all the string function on S. Similarly, there is a double 4.5, D is equal to 4.5, which is again converted to double.toString. So we have to follow the wrapper classes. In case you do not understand here, you need to go to the video for data conversion, which completely explains you how wrapper class will convert each and every type into its primitive. Then we learned the other method which went the other way, that is conversion of a string to primitive. So you have two of them, one is dot value of, another is a passing. Both of them will do the same thing. So we begin with the dot value of. So dot value of, suppose I have a string value which is storing a numeric value, and I want the actual numeric weightage to be taken so that it can be used for further calculation. I need to convert it into its primitive type. So I may say int some variable, so n is equal to integer is my wrapper class, dot value of is a function which will convert a string value into an integer. So this value will become 1234, which can be used to some calculation. Similarly, we also learned, suppose I have a decimal value and I want to convert into double, I can write down double dot value of C, so that 45.55 will get converted into numeric 45.55, which can be useful for any calculation. Then we also learned parsing. Parsing is again a conversion of a string to its logically related primitive class, where if a string is given to me as a number and I want the actual numeric weightage to be used, I can also say integer dot parse int. So it has its own function called parse int of z. So again the string will get converted into its numeric value, so as double will also get converted into its numeric value. This is what we have done so far, and if you have not done, then before this video please go to the video for casting, and the second one is a data conversion. This is your third video which is going to talk about the boxing and unboxing. So what is this boxing and unboxing? So now we learned, okay, I am just again converting primitive to primitive, vice versa, string to primitive, vice versa. Now what are we going to do is, we are going to convert primitive to object of class, or I can say wrapper class, and wrapper class object to primitive. So this is what is your boxing and unboxing. This is your conversion, and this is your casting. So you need to know all three of them. Boxing, unboxing is practically not going to be coming in your exam much. It's a concept which will help you to convert a data or a set of data into an object. Like if I take you here, okay, if I take you to let's say MS Excel. Okay, so we have MS Excel over here. I'm just creating a small sheet to show you how a set of data can be taken into as an object, and a particular set of function or you can say process can be applied. So I'm just taking some numbers. Now if you look at this, okay, when I select this, is actually taking is, as a programmer you should know this, okay, when you select a set of data, automatically a computer will take them as an object, as single unit, one object, and any process that I do on this will automatically get executed on it, and the process will take place, the performance of the project will take place. So if I convert them into a particular type of number, I color them or I color them, it happens on the entire set of values. So this computer takes, when I select it, the moment I stop it, whatever set of data is taken as one object, set of value, and then goes for further processing. So you don't have to go pick up one data, computer process, and do some process on that, take a second data, do another process, third data, do another process. Not that way. You select the data, once you perform a process, and every data will take the same process automatically. So for that, first you need to learn how to convert a data. So here in your syllabus, this 10th standard syllabus, you only have single data to be converted into object. So assuming that you want to do that, then that process that you convert, one moment, yeah, okay, convert a data or a variable, converting a variable of primitive type, or a data also you can call, of a primitive type into an object of a wrapper class, we call as boxing or auto boxing. Both are same. So if I have an integer value n as 50 and I want to convert this value into an object of integer, alright, then I will say integer, which is your wrapper class, obj or ob some variable which is an object variable, like you have scanner sc. Here also you can take any variable, is equal to new integer, and the value is passed over here. So computer will apply 50 here, 50 will go into an object. So under object 50 has come. Now both n and ob both will hold 50. This will be a value in a primitive form, this will be a value in an object form. So in future you will learn that you can have multiple values being all together put into an object, and some process can be performed. So if I have a byte, I will say byte, some variable is equal to new byte and the variable is applied, so its value will be taken and you will get this number again as 50 and 50. So this process of converting an integer into its object is your boxing. This can be also done another way, is I can straight take, which is not mentioned over here, okay, it's not mentioned over here, so I'm going to write it over here to make you understand. Okay, so I'll discard this and I'm going to write it over here. I can write the same thing into another form also. I can have, let's say, integer some OB is equal to 25, and if I say system.out.println, okay, I'm copying this and I'm pasting it over here, and if I just say OB, I will still get 25 being printed because I'm taking integer as a wrapper class. OB will not be a primitive variable, it will be an object variable is equal to 25. So I can take a value directly and store it also into an object. I can take a value, I can create an object and pass on the value. Alright, in both cases this is called boxing. And unboxing is exactly reverse. That is, I have an object and I want to convert it into your primitive type. So here you will have boxing and now you have unboxing. So it says converting your object of wrapper class, okay, object of wrapper class into its related primitive data type, we call this as unboxing. So if I already have some value which is 25 being stored under OB1, I can straight say int num is equal to OB1 and object value is passed on to an integer data type and both will give me 25 and 25. So as in double also, I can take directly double num is equal to OB. Okay, a primitive value is converted into its you can say object, sorry, not object, it's primitive type, my mistake. This is called unboxing. So a data type will take an object value and becomes unboxing, whereas if this would have been boxing, I would have done the other way. Alright, say it could have been double, say obj is equal to 22.5. This would have been boxing and this is unboxing. So this process is to be known to you. I am expecting at least 1 mark question on this particular topic. Okay, so let us see this with the help of a program. It's not a program as such, I am just showing you how boxing and unboxing will work. So now on boxing, I may have a character type, I may have a boolean type, integer type or a decimal type. So I have taken a character type, a character is there, I am creating an object of character. So your wrapper class is character full, some object variable is equal to new, the same wrapper class, and x is storing a. So now a has become an object, alright, of rather say value of an object num1. Similarly, I can also take directly also character num2 is equal to h. So h is a character which goes into an object of character which is still a boxing. So if I print both of them, I will get a and h both. Okay, so let's see the first output, a and h both. Same way I'll be able to also do with integer. So if I have integer y is equal to 10, this is how I convert into its object under num3, or I can take some num4 is equal to directly a value and put it into an object and I can use them. And I can reconvert it back by unboxing it. So if I say some variable, integer variable, int variable, primitive type is equal to an object num1 is this object. Okay, now what will happen if num1 is a in an object? So what will be the output? Can you imagine? Can you guess it? Before actually I will show you. Okay, so below 10 and 23,456 you will get this, and there you will get a surprise there that it's not a, but it's going to be the ASCII value of a, because this is an integer. Num1 is an object of character type. So I'm sure you all know, when any character you try to store in an integer type, computer will take its code number, ASCII code number. Okay, so of course this is unboxing, but you are allowed to do this. Boolean, if I have a Boolean data type, S is true, I can store it under a Boolean object. Now let's say I have taken a B1 as an object, and I can straight take Boolean B2 is equal to false. The object can, now if I print it, B1 will print true, B2 will print false. So this is the only part of your syllabus, is how to convert a primitive into its object, and how to convert an object into its primitive. Okay, so here is boxing first. Again I am showing you, I have an integer, I convert into short, okay, is equal to new short of y. So y is a primitive type, but x will be an object under which the value 24,325 would be there. Okay, so when I say x, if I say print x, so I'm going to say copy, and over here say x is equal to x. Okay, and here I'm going to say num is equal to num. So now we converted an integer into its object and printed it. Now we are redoing the other way. We are taking an integer, the primitive data type, is equal to x, which is an object. So an object is again reconverted back into its primitive value and getting printed. So this process is unboxing, this process is boxing. Now this will work with any type of a data. Okay, all type of a data, you can see both of them will give you same answer, because it's the value is same. Now if I have an integer over here, say int over here, obviously then this is going to be integer, is going to be integer, and of course is going to be int. So now everything gets converted into its integer there. Okay, so the data type has been converted, the object has been converted into integer type of data, the data integer primitive data has been converted into object. So that's boxing, this is unboxing. I hope you guys have understood this. This will be applicable to all types of data to convert boxing and unboxing from you can say Boolean primitive data type to an object of Boolean, decimal, float or a double primitive data type into an object of float and double, and vice versa, a boxing and unboxing. Alright, so I'm sure you all guys have understood. I hope you have gained a good knowledge about boxing and unboxing. 100% there should be one question in ICSE on this topic, as this has been added newly last year. Thank you. God bless to all of you.